88.5 JFM, the Lifeline Morning Show. I'm Steven. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. You know, I absolutely love getting to talk with our artists because we hear their music all the time, but rarely do we get to peek into their lives. And I got one with me right now. He's on Zoom. His name is Blessing Offor. How are you this morning, sir?
Good morning, guys. I'm amazing. I'm good.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear it. So I know you're getting ready to come with Rachel Lampa and Andrew Ripp to Mars Music Hall in Huntsville. I know it's a little ways away. It's in November, but still, we wanted to catch up with you, see how life is going. What you been up to here lately?
Man, it's been festival season. It's been pre-Dove Awards season. It's been, believe it or not, Christmas preparation season. Yeah. Because this is when we do all that stuff. So it's actually been a little busy. Surprisingly.
Okay. Gotcha. Now, I was doing a little bit of research on you, and I couldn't find all kinds of information. There's some missing things out there. I finally found out how old you are. Yeah, you held it. You hit it very well. So, but I also found out that now it could be wrong. I might have got this from Wikipedia, but you're the youngest of 6 kids.
6. Oh yeah.
Whoa, that's a big
family. Very numerous. Large family, and right before New Year's, we lost, unfortunately, my sister Mercy passed super unexpectedly. So that there are 6 of us total. One of us is now with God.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah. I'm sorry you had to deal with that loss, man. That is always hard.
This is life.
Yeah. You're right. Yeah. You're right. So you still stay in touch with the family? Y'all pretty tight knit, or what?
Yes. You know what So they are. I have a brother in Europe. I have most of my family is still in Nigeria, and then I have a sister. Her and her husband are in Ghana. My sister Peace. So we're kind of diffuse and spread across the world, but we do keep in touch well.
Okay, so we've got to go over the names because we got Blessing, we got Peace. Yep. So let's go through. Tell me all of them.
So Blessing, Mercy, Peace. Those are the 3 English names. So people always say, "Is Blessing your real name?" And Blessing is what's on my birth certificate. So Blessing.
Nice.
Peace, Mercy. Then the boys are named Chidi, which is I speak a language called Igbo. Mm-hmm. So Chidi in my language means, roughly translated, God is or God lives. Next name is Emeka, which roughly translated, I'm going to switch hands. Roughly translated is, how in the Old Testament, they do, they'll say like, "And I'm going to name my son this, for God has shown me much kindness," kind of thing. Like it's like a phrase that's a name.
Right.
Emeka, roughly translated, is like the things God has done, or like he has done great things. You know what I mean?
Wow.
And then Ebere is my oldest brother, and Ebere is like the word mercy, but it's more masculine.
Okay.
So yeah.
So spirituality, Christianity played a big role in your upbringing, man. That's amazing. So tell me a little bit about your parents.
My dad was the first Christian in our family, in our very large family.
Yeah.
And my mom, same thing. My mom kind of grew up, I think, more Catholic, and he evangelism dated. Is that what they call it?
Sure.
And kind of, quote unquote, brought her to church, as it were,
Nice. All right. Faith has been a huge part of your life, and now here you are. You find yourself singing and playing on stages everywhere, and you're getting a lot of attention for it too. So tell me, how wild has this ride been?
It's been super wild. In particular, it's funny just because I never really saw myself as a quote unquote Christian artist. I'm an artist who is a Christian, obviously.
Right.
My upbringing has been in communities where Christianity hasn't been the dominant thought process, faith base. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So Nigeria, Connecticut is where I grew up when I came to the States. I lived in New York City forever. I live in Nashville now, but that's really the first city I've ever lived in where I've been like, oh, you can generally assume that people here would call themselves Christians.
Yeah.
And I think for me, it's impacted my music because it's made me want to make music that is applicable and like digestible by quote unquote the world.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? By people that have never been to church, which, I mean, some people would just call that mainstream music. You know what I mean?
Right.
But it's like, you know, I take very seriously the being in the world as much as not being of the world. You know what I mean? It's like, if we think we know something, if you have a light and you need it to be the most powerful, you have to, by just pure logic, take it into the darkness. You know what I mean? So I like to make music that my friends in New York City will love listening to. So that's kind of my quote unquote mission field.
I gotcha. Well, you're getting the attention of a lot of celebrities as well. I know that recently there was a certain somebody who was being interviewed on a talk show, the Drew Barrymore show.
Yep.
And just happened to mention you, not really by name, but just kind of describing you. You were on tour with Zach Williams, and it was Chris Pratt. Sir. How cool was that?
Yes, bro. I was like, so for me, Chris Pratt will always be Andy from Parks and Rec.
Right.
As well as all the other cool things, but I love that show and I love that guy. And I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. And so we tagged him on the gram, and like he and I started following each other, and I was like, wow, all right, Chris Pratt, this is cool.
Yeah, for sure. So has there been any conversation between you two?
Honestly, we DM.
Okay.
Once in a while. You know what I mean? But like trying to play it cool.
Okay.
You know, I don't like the stress. I don't like the stress.
Right. No one to fanboy too much, right?
Not too much. Not too much.
I got you, man. Oh, cool. I had to ask you about that because I've been following you over on TikTok too, and I saw that, and you had kind of responded to the video, so pretty cool stuff.
Yeah. No, man, that was wild. That was wild.
Yeah. Now, I know you were on season 7 of The Voice. That had to have been nerve-wracking, but you were around a couple of pretty cool people in the industry. Pharrell Williams and Adam Levine on both teams, right?
Yep. Yeah. Taylor Swift was a guest judge, which if you guys haven't heard the Apple Music, I did an Apple Music live session and I did a cover of one of her songs.
Yeah.
And it's just because of that. I was like, well, I did a show with her. And then I did Gravity, John Mayer.
Yeah.
And I was like, I feel like I need to nod to this backstory here. So it was really, really awesome to get to do that.
Nice.
And literally, I feel like at this point, it used to be people go, Blessing Offor from The Voice. And I'm happy to say no one really does that anymore. People go, you were on The Voice, which is exactly what I want. I want them to know my music first. But that is a fun kind of backstory.
Yeah. So I was doing a little more research, and I found some video of you playing, I think it was at a news station. This is long before you really started gaining popularity. Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
No, man, you're good. It sounded amazing. I can really hear some of your musical influence. I know that you're looking at people like Marvin Gaye, Stevie Wonder, the Commodores, Barry White. You're looking at them for some inspiration.
And Barry White.
Yeah, you can tell it in your voice and your playing. It's really been great hearing your songs hit the radio. We've absolutely loved playing.
Thank you.
Yeah, your singles and, of course, your collaborations with other people, from Brighter Days to The Goodness, Believe, Your Love. It's all good, man. So
I love that. Yeah,
such a cool thing to be able to sit down with you and talk with you about all of it. But what can people expect to hear from you on stage on November 12th at Mars Music Hall when you're there with Andrew Ripp and Rachel Lampa?
Well, honestly, I'm super crowd interactive. I love meeting people. I love, the word fan is still new to me.
Yeah.
But, I love meeting the fans. I feel like it's pretentious to say that.
Right.
But I really, really do. Anybody that takes time to listen to my music, I want to say hi. I want to shake hands. But I love playing in front of a crowd and really getting to interact with the crowd. I love playing songs and getting the immediate crowd reaction. I seldom play the same show twice. So I'm there for you guys. So whatever the crowd is in the mood for, I'm going to do it.
Yeah. Wow. So I know you get a lot of feedback from people at the concert, at these venues, but I imagine you probably have some messages, some emails, some things coming your way of people saying, hey, your song really touched me this way. So what kind of stories do you have for us that you can share?
Man, brighter days and believe. I think I've heard a lot about. Believe in particular is a tough song. It's a true song, but it's like, you know, it's really a challenging lyric and concept, and not really one that I think people do a lot in the CCM world. So I've heard a lot of people kind of talk to me about how that met them where they were, because I wrote it in a hard place. Yeah. And then after I wrote it, obviously, like I said, my sister passed, so I really had to mean that song. And at the moment, I have a friend that's going through something very tough. So there's always a point in life where you have to ask yourself whether you really mean what you believe, or whether it's just a convenient cultural point of access. You know what I mean? And so I love any time someone says to me, I heard believe. It means a lot to me. It was hard to hear, but I needed to hear it, you know?
Yeah. Wow. You're touching a lot of hearts, man, changing a lot of lives. And how does it feel to be that instrument that God is using to touch people's lives?
I'm not worthy, you know? Yeah. I feel amazing. I feel blessed. I feel like, as a kid, you just want to make music that does more than just sit on the radio. Yeah. I would like to think we're getting the chance to do that, and I'm super honored by it.
Wow.
You see all the studio stuff back there?
Yeah. You've been working on some new stuff lately?
Always, brother. Always.
Okay. So what is next in line for you? Do you have a new album in the works, or you just kind of playing off what you've already got out there? Tell me what's up there.
We have the My Tribe Extended Edition.
Okay.
Oh, it's just loud out there. I was going to show you guys the balcony, but it's loud, so we're not going to do it. We have the My Tribe Extended Edition coming out September 1st, Friday, September 1st.
Oh, my birthday.
We have...
Cool.
Oh, brother. Happy birthday.
Thanks, man.
We have... Yeah. I'm not supposed to say this, but I'm going to say it.
Okay.
Christmas Project.
Ooh.
And a couple other fun things that I'm really not supposed to say. But yeah, man, we're busy. God is good. And I'm always writing music.
Wow. Good stuff.
Yeah, man.
All right. So if we want to get to know you just a little bit more, I'll just ask you maybe 2 or 3, just rapid fire questions. You ready? Bro,
hit me. I'm ready.
All right.
Yeah.
What's your favorite food, Blessing?
Anything, and a lot of it. I'm an eater. And I love different foods. Like I love sushi, I love Indian, I love Mexican, just all of it.
Okay. All right. And now besides singing or playing, what do you like to do for fun?
I'm a nerd. I read and I like to work out.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I gotcha. And I guess the final question would be, what's your favorite color?
Ooh. Okay. I go through, this is going to sound really funny. Blue, cliche, right? But anything pink, I'm in. Like I have these pink Air Forces. I don't have them on now, but I love them. And like salmon pink, I don't know. I went through a phase where I was like, you know, you're like, pink is a girl color, but then you realize how cool it is. And like, I'm a huge fan.
Awesome. We got some pink hues in the graphics around us right now, so I think you'll be happy about that. Yeah, man.
I'm into it.
All right. So Blessing Offor going to be joining Rachel Lampa and Andrew Rep in the Big Feelings tour coming up on November the 12th at Mars Music Hall. Man, we can't wait to see you.
Don't miss it. Grab tickets. I can't wait to say hi to all of you guys.
Perfect. Thanks for carving out some time for us, and I hope you have a great day.
Cheers.